Hello students, today we'll discuss about the glass prism. A glass prism, you can see it has two triangular bases and three rectangular lateral surfaces. These are the two triangular bases and three rectangular lateral surfaces. These are the three, one, two, and the three. So we'll discuss the refraction through the glass prism. And the angle between the glass prism, you can see this is the glass prism. Okay, you can see this is the glass prism, and all surfaces are inclined to each other. The angle between two surfaces of this surface, suppose it is the A, it is the B and C. These surfaces inclined to each other, and this angle A is known as the angle of prism. It is known as the angle of prism, and the BC is known as the base. Okay, now today we'll discuss the refraction, how the refraction takes place through a glass prism. Okay, it's very easy to understand. Just draw a perpendicular line, that is the base to the base. Okay, this is a perpendicular line, so treat this line as a normal on this surface AB. Suppose a white light incident at any angle on this surface. The angle is the I from the normal. Okay, from the normal. Now the ray has to come from rarer to denser medium. It means the ray has to enter in glass, in denser medium. So the instead of going straight, it will deviate towards the normal. So it will deviate like this towards the normal. It was going like this, but now it is deviating. It is deviating towards the normal. So now in the glass, because it is a denser medium is not changing, so it is straight. It is always a straight line. Now the ray is incidenting at this point. If you draw another normal on the surface AC, this is the point of incidence on the another surface from the inside. So ray now has to come from denser to rarer medium. And as you know, when a ray comes from denser to rarer medium, it always bends away from the normal. It bends away from the normal like this. Okay, like this. It is bending like this. Okay, instead of going like this, it is bending away from the normal. If you produce this line, this direction, this is the incident ray, and suppose this is the emergent ray. So this angle between the incident ray and the normal, it is denoted by the del, denoted by del. It is known as the angle of deviation. It is known as angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. And the angle I is the angle of incidence. It is the angle of incidence. Okay, and this angle from the normal is the angle of emergence. It is the angle of emergence. Okay, and inside the prism, the angle between the normal and the refracted ray, it is the angle of refraction here. Okay, angle R is the angle of refraction. So refraction takes place in this way. So we have to remember all these. In your book it is denoted by D also, and here we are writing the del. The both things are the same. So this is the angle of deviation, and this angle, I repeat again, this angle is known as the angle of deviation. It's very important for the exam point of view. What is the angle of deviation? Once more I repeat, the angle of deviation is the angle between the incident ray this is the incident ray, and the between the incidence ray and the emergence ray. So this angle is known as the angle of deviation. Now we'll discuss another term will be used for the prism. It is the dispersion. It is the dispersion of white light. First of all, you should know what is the meaning of the white light. White light by a glass prism. Okay, we'll discuss this topic right now. Okay, first, white light means consists of different many colors. Actually, white light consists of 7 colors. 7 colors. So we'll discuss how can we say that the white light is made up by the 7 colors. It is proved by the dispersion. So to see the dispersion, make a figure of the prism, and we observe when a white light incident on the surface of this side, suppose it is the B, A, and it is the C. So this white light splits into 7 colors. It splits into 7 colors like this. Okay, 7 colors. Okay, and we get a band of the 7 colors on the other side after refraction. So on the screen we find 7 colors. The lowest most bent color is the violet and the uppermost is the red. So we have 7 colors, and in sequence you may remember by VIB GYOR, VIBGYOR. That is these 7 colors are the violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and the red color. Okay, so 7 colors we find on the screen on the other side. So this pattern of the bands of the 7 colors is known as the spectrum. It is the spectrum, and this process, this phenomena in which white light splits into its 7 constituent colors is known as the dispersion of light. So what is the dispersion of light? It is the splitting of white light into its 7 constituent colors. 7 constituent colors means the colors by which it is made up. Okay, it is made up by the 7 colors. So we get 7 colors after reflection through the glass. So this phenomena is called the dispersion of white light. Isaac Newton was the first to use the glass prism to obtain the spectrum of the sunlight. He tried, and he also tried the split the colors of the spectrum of this prism. Okay, he tried means he put another prism in the path of the 7 colors and tried to split again these 7 colors, but he was failed. Now what he did after that, he done another experiment, that is taking the first prism like this and the second prism just inverted. Okay, so when the white light incident on the first surface of the first prism, it is refracted, and he receives 7 colors, that is the violet and the red color. So all these 7 colors when incident on the another inverted image, what the result, he found that these 7 colors again combined, and he receives, and the result, he found the single color now after the reflection from the second prism. So actually through this his experiment, Isaac Newton proved that the white light is made up by the 7 colors. So every color which has similar to the sunlight, because sunlight has all the possible wavelength, all colors. So any light which is similar to the sunlight is termed as the white light. Okay, as a white light. Now on the basis of the dispersion of light, we can discuss about another very important phenomena which is called the rainbow. Okay, which is called the rainbow. Rainbow is formed only in the sky before the rain or the after the rain. Actually, what happens in the atmosphere, tiny particles, okay, you can say the small water droplets, small water droplets present in the atmosphere behave like the small prism, small tiny prism. Okay, and every prism behaves, shows the dispersion of the sunlight. So when the sunlight passes through the prism, then it is refracted, and we get the result of all the refracted rays refracted by the different or so many prism in the form of the rainbow. Rainbow, it is always formed when the water droplets present in the atmosphere, and the sun is just behind you. In that condition, you will find the rainbow in the sky. Okay, so the phenomena of the rainbow is based on the dispersion of light. So this is about the refraction through the prism, and next video will discuss about the atmospheric refraction and why the color of the sun at the sunrise and sunset is reddish, why the red color is a danger color, what is the reason behind that. That is, we will also discuss about the phenomena of the scattering in the next video. So thank you all of you. Just keep in touch and try to understand all the topics seriously. We'll come back in the next video. Thank you, students.